So, hi guys. So let's begin my review of Aquaman issue number 5. This issue was really great. It was fantastic. But yeah, let's get on with it. So in the last issue, issue number 4, the whole, sea creature trench thing, that storyline is over now. We move on to a new story in issue number 5. We open up with Aquaman actually walking around in a desert, and you're all like, what's going on, But of course, we have flashbacks to explain everything. In these flashbacks, you actually see Aquaman and Mira first at their home. And Aquaman gets a call from Commander Clay, in the last couple issues where they were, helping each other out, solving this mystery with these sea creatures. So Commander Clay calls Aquaman, and, he tells Aquaman that they have found something, in the trench, this artifact that resembles Aquaman's symbol that he wears on his belt. And they said that it's emitting this really high frequency and is really, really loud, and they were wondering like if Aquaman knew anything about it because the thing or the artifact resembles the symbol on his belt. So Aquaman decides to, of course, go in and investigate, see what's going on. Now while he's there, the high-pitched ringing noise is still going on, and we also find out that Aquaman has sort of super hearing. He can actually hear really, really well. So while he's listening into what's this thing saying, or because he says that this has a message on it and it's saying something, so he's trying to listen to see what's trying to say to him. But upon trying to figure out what it's trying to say, we have these armored soldiers, bust in through the lab and starts firing at Commander Clay and Aquaman. They fire at them and basically they take the artifact and, escape with it. But Aquaman, of course, runs along and tries to stop them. And after that, we see, Aquaman back in the, desert, and he needs water, and he's very dehydrated, and he starts hallucinating because he starts talking to his human father. His father appears and starts talking to Aquaman, and he tells Aquaman that you're just basically living a life that is a lie. You belong in Atlantis. You gave up your throne so you can protect people. That is a lie because you think you fit into these group of human beings, but you don't. You're an Atlantean. You belong in the ocean. You don't belong on Earth. You don't not on Earth, but you don't belong on ground level. And basically, Aquaman notices like, oh, this is just a hallucination. I can't be talking to him. And he basically, pushes this hallucination out, and he actually calls out to a little tiny creature that appears out of the sand. And basically the creature, I guess, tells him, where can you find water? And then what happens is actually we see another flashback of him in the airship with the armored soldiers, and we find out who these armored soldiers are by Aquaman punches them really, really hard on the face and breaks the face mask, and water starts pouring out, and we find out that these are Atlanteans that took the artifact. And what happens is the plane crashes, and of course Aquaman crashes along with it, and of course that's how he appears on the desert. That's why he's at the desert, and he's just walking around, and finally he stumbles across the wrecked airship, and he finds water, and he dumps the artifact in there, and we see a message that is sent along to whoever retrieves this. The message is saying that some of the Atlanteans who were on the ship in the last couple of issues, you guys didn't know, basically were being attacked by the sea creatures in the trench, and they were trying to figure out who was trying to take down Atlantis, because they find out that someone was gonna go behind the Atlanteans' back and sink Atlantis. And that's where this story is basically going off on, is that they are going to tell the story of how Atlantis got sunken, which is really great. I really want to learn this, the mythos and mythology between Atlantis, how they got from ground up to now they're on the ocean floor. And what happens is, of course, later on the military does find Aquaman and rescues him. And Aquaman goes back home, to go back home to Mira. But Mira's not at home. She has written a note saying that she has gone out to, get dog food. So seeing as this is going, what's going to happen is, what I'm going to predict or say is that, because on the bottom of the corner of this, the end of this issue, it says Mirror versus the world. So as we all know, Aquaman is more, into, human life. He knows more about, the ways and, what they do and how they talk and how they speak and all the things around him. He knows a lot about, human beings in general. But for Mira, she has a tendency that she's still getting to adjust to, human life. So she doesn't really know much because basically what happens when the phone is ringing, she suspects like there's something going on, like there's something wrong, like there's this like beeping noise, and she's like, oh, Aquaman, or like, Arthur, what's that? And, Aquaman's like, oh, don't worry, don't be scared, it's just my phone ringing. So, Mira might have trouble, adjusting to this real world, or, the world around her. So, yeah, that's what I'm predicting. And also, they do still make fun of Aquaman, saying that the symbol on his belt that looks like an A, they said, oh, doesn't that symbol mean Aquaman? And he's like, no, it means Atlantis. So they're still, bringing those quirky little jokes in there, but not a lot, which is great. I don't want them to keep making fun of him. I mean, like, the first couple times in the first issue was good, but then, after a while, it's just like, stop. Don't make any more jokes. We get it. We get the Aquaman jokes already. He's a fish out of water, blah, 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 we get it. So yeah, great issue. Aquaman is going really great right now. I highly recommend you guys suggest, picking this issue up. If you guys have not picked up the first issue through the fourth issue, don't worry about picking those up. I mean, those are just an introduction to Aquaman. You can actually pick up issue number 5 and not really worry about anything at all. Like, oh, do I need to know what happened in issue number 1 through 4? Well, basically all you need to know is that, Aquaman went to this trench to take down these, sea creatures, and basically he finds a ship there. But all in all, you don't really need to read issue number 1 through 4 if you, didn't get those. You can just pick up issue number 5 and read it, on its own, which is great, and I want to see the new storyline. So that is my review on Aquaman number 5, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.